was asked about this question. Hemophilia is an X-linked trait. If a male with hemophilia and an unaffected non-carrier female had a child, what is the probability that the child will be an affected male? So let's break this down a little bit. First, we're saying that hemophilia is an X-linked trait. What does that mean? It means that the gene that codes for hemophilia is on the X chromosome. Now we have 22 pairs of autosomes, of chromosomes that have nothing to do with sex determination, and then we have one pair that determines if we're going to be chromosomically male or female. Now, females will have XX, males will have, let's pick a different color here, green. Males will have X and Y. And that's very important because you see females have two X's and males only have Y. That means recessive genes, recessive alleles, like the one for hemophilia, okay, you only need one copy of a recessive allele to express the trait. So in other genes, autosomal genes that are not in the X chromosome, like pea color or the height of a pea plant, you need two alleles, two recessive alleles to show the trait, to express the phenotype, right? But here, for males, you only need one. You only need one recessive allele for a male, to express the phenotype, for a male to show the trait, right? For females, you still need two, because if you have a dominant allele here, the dominant will dominate and the phenotype will be the dominant phenotype, right? So we have a male here, we have a male with hemophilia, which is a recessive trait, right? So he has hemophilia, so in our pedigree here, we paint the square, and an unaffected non-carrier, well, let's change color here. She's an unaffected non-carrier. That means she is homozygous. She is homozygous, unaffected female, right? If she was a carrier, what do carriers look like? So carriers would have the big H and the small h, right? This is a carrier. This is a carrier because she is carrying the recessive allele. She does not express, she's still unaffected because she has this dominant allele, and the dominant healthy allele will dominate and she will not have hemophilia, but she has the allele, right? That would be a carrier. In our pedigree, that would look like this, right? She has a dot in the center to show that she's carrier. Here in our question, we're talking about a non-carrier, unaffected non-carrier. That means this woman here is homozygous recessive. She has both dominant alleles, and the guy has hemophilia. So if the guy has hemophilia, he has the recessive allele. And what does he have here? Nothing, because hemophilia is an X-linked trait. That means it's only on the X chromosome, not the Y. And they're asking for the probability that the child will be an affected male. So we want to know what is the chance of a child being an affected male, right? So what do? We have here our good old Punnett square, right? So let's see. She is non-carrier, unaffected non-carrier. That means homozygous dominant, and he is an affected male. Right? So let's take a look. Well, she will give the child the dominant X with, the X with the dominant age, X with the dominant age. Here, she will give the X with the dominant age, and again the X with the dominant age, right? That came from the mother. What about the father? What does the father give? The father will give here the X with a recessive age, and here the X with the recessive age, right? What about here? He will give the Y chromosome. The Y chromosome. So again, we are looking for affected males. That means for this question, we are not looking at these two here. Why is that? Because XX is female. These possibilities are for females, and we are not looking for females, we're looking for males. So here we have the two males the two possibilities that can come out of this this pregnancy here. What is the probability of the child being affected? The child will be affected. That means the child should have the small age. Here, he doesn't have the small age, and here, he does not have the small age. That means no child will be a male with a small age. The probability is 0%.